vibration spectroscopy first. So you already know, like you have studied in vibrational that. So how the energy of one harmonic oscillator will be given. So like think that your molecule is AB. Okay, so your molecule is AB. So as it starts vibrating, it gets energy. So its internuclear distance increases. Again, its internuclear distance increases. Again, its internuclear distance increases. Yeah, as the energy goes on increases, what happens? So like this, you'll get a nature of graph. Yes. So you have already studied this nature of graph. At one point, what happens? Your molecule will finally break. So you consider harmonic or anharmonic. So in harmonic, what happens? Like this distance will be same, and in anharmonic it is different. But we are not concerned with that. But your energy level diagram looks somewhat like this. Fine. So here your molecule will be there. As it goes on oscillating, its vibration energy increases, and its internuclear distance also increases. At certain point, what happens? Your molecule, whatever the molecule is there now, it's whatever bond will be there, that this bond will break. AB bond will break, and your bond will get ruptured. So this is all you have already studied. Clear? So now what you have to understand is, according to the classical mechanics. So what classical mechanics says is that whatever your vibrating molecule is there now, so where it is found, probability of finding this electron where it is, according to classical mechanics we will take. So it is always found at the extremities, or you can tell it as a extreme ends. Okay, so for example, that is shown through this. So here maximum probability, here I will take it as here. So maximum probability of finding the electron will be here, that atom will be there. Okay, so similarly it is shown like this. Okay, here like this it is shown like this. So what this indicates is, whatever I have drawn now, this indicates the probability of finding the electron. Okay, so that molecule where it is found. So exactly almost it is found at the corners here. So it is found at the corners here. So think that if a molecule is oscillating, so whenever you see that oscillation of that molecule, no, you can find those ends at the extremities or extreme corners. Clear? So these levels you take it as V is equal to 0, B equal to 1, B equal to 2, B equal to 3, B equal to 4, so on. Okay, these are the vibrational energy levels. So I think you understood where the probability of finding the atom will be. So till now what you have studied, so this is internuclear distance. Okay, I'll write it off. Okay, this is internuclear distance. Okay, and here the energy will be going on. Okay, I'll write it as energy. So now till now what you studied is, as the molecule internuclear distance increases, it gets provided the energy. So on at one point it will break. The bond is ruptured. Okay, this was the vibrational energy level. And the thing is, probability of finding the atoms, these will be at the corners. Okay, so these are also called as turning points. Okay, so here the probability of finding these atoms will be maximum. Okay, this is according to classical mechanics. Now the thing we have to understand is, this was only for vibrational energy. Okay, if we apply vibration energy, then you would get a graph like this, and the molecule would undergo like vibrations, go on vibrating. At one point it would break. But now the question is, if it is not only vibrating but also along with the vibration, remember, along with the vibration it is also undergoing electronic transition. Okay, it is also undergoing electronic transition, that is excitation of electron. Along with vibration, it is also having the electronic excitation. Why it happens? Because it is getting the so much sufficient energy so that it can undergo vibration also and transition also. So now what I have to apply? I have to apply UV also and visible also. Okay, if I will apply UV and visible sufficient energy, then that time what happens? Along with the vibration, it also has to undergo your transition, that is electron should excite. Okay, and it should go to higher energy level, that is from one energy level it should go to the higher energy level. So there should be an excitation of electron along with the vibration. Now we have to consider that situation. Clear? So now we will study the things in which along with the vibration electronic transition also takes place. Definitely there will be many changes. You can observe many changes, remember, because if it was just vibrating, then you saw whatever will happen. But if along with vibration there is also transition, electronic transition is taking place, so what happens? Still your vibration will increase. Yes or no? Along with this vibration electronic transition also taking place, then your energy will be increasing, your internuclear distance also increases. Yes, this is a thing which you can observe, and again at one point your bond will break. But along with that, what like whenever it gets the whenever along with the vibration it is having excitation, its energy will be like still more. Yes or no? Because completely when it was vibrating, internuclear distance was increasing, its energy was high, and at one point it was breaking. But along with that, now electronic transitions are taking place, so still there will be more excitation. So now you got to know that. So when along with the vibrational energy, electronic energy also will be applied, so electronic transitions also will be taking place, so that definitely there will be some changes observed. We can expect some changes to be observed. So next, like what might be to the internuclear distance, how the internuclear distance might affect. So there are like these all the three possibilities. Yes, will you agree? So this is internuclear distance. Okay, here internuclear distance will be good. So here I have drawn the three possible figures. So let me explain one by one. So here this will be the ground state. Okay, so I'm showing this as a ground state, and this is the excited state. Okay. So, and one more thing what you have to remember is, in electronic spectroscopy, there are no restrictions for the excitations. There is no restriction. No restrictions for the excitations. Okay, no restrictions. So any of the excitation might take place from 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3. Like any excitation might take place. There is no restriction. This you should know. Clear? Now the thing is, like in first diagram, what you can observe is, in the ground state and electronic state, like excited state, what I have shown. So the maximum where your like it will be possible here, no? So it will be like what you can tell, probability will be there at the center. Okay. So what happens? So here the transition takes place. Here you can observe that there is no change in internuclear distance. You can see this internuclear distance is same here and here. So there is no change in the internuclear distance. So I can write this case as no change in internuclear distance. Do you think this is possible? So during vibration and electronic transition is also taking place, do you expect that there is no change in internuclear distance? Definitely this is not possible. Why? Because this is we can take this as a hypothetical case. There is a possibility. Yes. So you know that as like vibration increases, your bond will increase, and it is having a certain limit where it will break. But along with that vibration, even electronic transitions are taking place, then the energy will be more. So they will get vibrated more and more. Then the internuclear distance should obviously increase. Yes. But here what is happening? Here it is the same. So just let us consider, okay, no change in internuclear distance. This is one of the possibility. Fine. Next, coming to this. Can you tell me what is happening there? You can see that here the internuclear distance, what happened? So here the internuclear distance is this much. Okay. Here it has been decreased in the excited state. Can you observe that? Here the internuclear distance is so much. Here it has been decreased. So like during the transition, during the electronic transition, so you can see that here the probability is here. Finding the electron. Why I have taken these straight lines? Because you should remember that electronic transitions always takes place perpendicular. Electronic transitions always undergo straight, you can tell. They will be perpendicular. So I have to take a straight line. So here the probability was at the center. Here you can see probability of finding that atom will be here. So maximum probability is there. So you have just now learned now the same I am talking about. So here the probability is here. So what I did, I have undergone a transition here. But you can observe that the internuclear distance has been decreasing. Even you will consider, even can you agree this case is possible? Definitely even this is not possible. Why? Because just now we have discussed that as your energy goes on increases, electronic transitions are taking place, means it will be vibrating more and more, energy will be more and more. The moment transition should take place, now energy will be high, means your internuclear distance also should increase. But here it is decreasing case. So even I can consider this as hypothetical. Let us consider, okay? Hypothetical it is, which is not at all possible. We have already studied. Why? Yes. So these two cases are also just we are considering. But can you go for the third possibility? What is that? So there I have shown that internuclear distance is increasing. See here. This is the earlier internuclear distance in the ground state. As electronic transition is taking place, your internuclear distance is increased. Here the case is internuclear distance has been increased. You can observe. Distance is increased. So this case is possible, right? Because we have just now studied. Okay. So energy goes on increases, electronic transition means still more. So definitely this case we can agree. Now here comes the Frank-Condon principle. So out of these three cases, what Frank Condon principle says is neither this will take place nor this, but only thing which is taking place is this. Do you feel so? You feel contradictory, isn't it? So we have discussed that as vibration energy increases, at the same time transitions are taking place, electronic energy also increases. That time the molecule should vibrate and it should increase the internuclear distance. But what Frank Condon principle says, during the electronic transitions, there is no change in internuclear distance. What Frank Condon principle says, there is no change in the internuclear distance. Means your internuclear distance as it was in the ground state, it will be same as that of in the excited state. Then what is this? So what does Frank Condon say is that Frank Condon principle states is electronic transitions are so fast, they are very rapid, they are so fast, or you can tell they are so rapid that there is no change in the internuclear distance. Before the vibration occurs, before it is getting vibrated, before it undergoes vibration or your internuclear distance increases, before that only what happens, your electronic transitions will take place in femtosecond. Remember, in femtoseconds, that is 10 raised to minus 15, in such a rapid speed. Okay, in femtoseconds it is taking place. So what it indicates that it doesn't affect any of the vibration. Okay, so before now it will be feeling that this ground state to excited state, what it will be thinking, I have to vibrate, I have to increase my internuclear distance. Before that only, before it will be thinking, still it will not be even thinking, that time only your electronic transitions will take place. So they are so rapid. Since they are so fast or so rapid, what happens, there is no effect of this transition on this internuclear distance or your vibrational energy. Hence what you can observe is that there is no change in internuclear distance. And also you can apply Born-Oppenmeier approximation. How? Because according to Born-Oppenmeier approximation, what he says that to undergo vibration, no, your nucleus is very heavy. Okay, whatever your protons, neutrons are there, your nucleus is very heavy when compared to the electronic transitions. He even says that your electronic transitions are very lighter. Electronic transitions are very lighter, whereas nucleus are heavier to undergo vibration. Nucleus is heavier to undergo the vibration. Okay, so before it will be undergoing vibration in the excited state, or it will be increasing its energy. In that moment only what happens, your transitions will be so rapid and so quick. Okay, before they understand that they need to increase the internuclear distance, this vibration energy will be thinking, before they understand that I have to increase my internuclear distance, what will happen, your electronic transitions will happen and already it will come back to the original state. This is what the Frank Condon principle states. And it also states that whatever the transition is taking place, no, they always occur vertically in the diagram. Okay, they always occur vertically. Vertically means like this. Okay, so transition always occur vertically. Okay, and they are so speed, you can tell. Okay, so before it undergoes vibration or before it thinks that my internuclear distance should be increased, your transitions will take place. Okay, this is all about the Frank Condon principle. So lastly, what you can summarize the principle is, so an electronic transition takes place so rapidly, means so quickly or so fastly that vibrating molecule does not change its internuclear distance, means your internuclear distance remains the same. Your transitions will never affect your vibrational energy or internuclear distance, okay, appreciably during the transition. The transition is as usual. So in other words, what you can say is, your whatever the electronic transitions are there now, they are very very speed, or they are very fast, or you can tell they always vertically occur in the diagram. Okay, so this is all about the Frank Condon principle. I hope you understood. Thank you.